Welcome back, Officers of the Public. So, Coruscant Underworld Police Chief APGAINS, another episode of the When to Farm playlist, where we tell you when to farm every team and character in the game. Because farming guides aren't that good anymore and haven't been for years, it's more about understanding what your roster looks like and what you should do to improve it, how you can fix your weaknesses. Now, there are a few exceptions. The Core 8, if you don't know what the Core 8 are, there's probably a video in this playlist at this point. If not, I have plenty of videos on it. They're the weird exception where you kind of want to build the rest of your account in whatever direction you want to go into. You probably want to build it on the foundation of the Core 8 teams. The reason is they let you do all the game modes. They're the best teams. They last forever. They're building blocks to basically everything in the game. They're the perfect stepping stone into the rest of Galaxy of Heroes. Now, one of the final teams that you will be building in the Core 8 is Darth Revan. Most people, if you've already watched the When to Farm Jedi Knight Revan video, most people farm Jedi Knight Revan before Darth Revan. I actually kind of prefer to do Darth Revan first, especially for early GACs. He's slightly stronger on defense. You can get more value out of him. It doesn't really matter which one you farm first. To be honest, you're probably farming them both at the same time. But usually in that 500,000 to 1 million GP range, you're starting to farm up Darth Revan. Now, I know that Malik and Malgus are looking you straight in the face here. Don't worry about it. This is building blocks that you'll get to. But Darth Revan is and always will be one of the best defensive teams in the entire game because of his ability to control with fear and Basilishan's debuffs. It's going to be a nightmare for anyone. Definitely get better with Datacrons and bonus stats as well, but a team that even in a non-Datacron environment will last you for the rest of the game. Now, this is a defensive team, unlike Jedi Knight Revan, which is primarily an offensive team. So if you're using something like the Cube to look at, your offensive and defensive breakdown and recommend new teams to farm and how to progress in the game, link in the description, join the Patreon, help support APGAINS, keep food on my plate and a roof over my head. It'll be awesome. I will thank you and give you a kiss. He is a defensive team, unlike Jedi Knight Revan. So if you're noticing that you're a little too offensive, meaning maybe you have like CLS and a little bit of bounty hunters and maybe Imperial troopers, and maybe you've started to farm Sith Eternal Emperor SLKR for some reason, and you're noticing that you're a little too offensive and you want to have a quick, powerful defensive team, that is when you would plug in a Darth Revan if you're not following Core 8. Yes, you kind of also need Jedi Knight Revan to get Malik, and then you need Conquest and Proving Grounds to get Malgus, and then to Leviathan. These are things you can worry about far, far, far in the future. What's most important to know is if you need a quick defensive team, even if you don't have the materials to relic them right away, just by the mechanics of this team, they will produce for you on defense. I would recommend in the 500,000 to 1 million GP range, you should start farming and complete Darth Revan. But if you're well past that and you're noticing that you're too offensive, you have too many teams for offense and not enough for defense, probably a good time to farm Darth Revan. Thank you guys so much for watching. Watch the rest of the When to Farm playlist for quick, short, not too long videos that explain why teams are good and when to farm them. Bye-bye.